Well, you can't say this was unexpected. It's the Wilk Report. I'm Michael Wilk, coming to you from Cleveland, Ohio, reporting on the box office disappointment that is Star Wars: The Rise of Palpatine, produced by Disney. No, I'm not calling it The Rise of Skywalker. Why? Because the story is not about the rise of Skywalker. It's about the rise of a Palpatine who usurps the name Skywalker after the Skywalker clan has been wiped out by Jar Jar Abrams and Rian Johnson. So yeah, box office disappointment. Why is this? Well, in order to do that, I'm going to have to go through some information, because there's a lot of confusion out there with regards to calculating budgets for movies and weighing them against box office gross to figure out the net profits. Now, since I've been through film school, I'll go ahead and give you an idea of what I learned, because this is what my professors explained to me, okay? When you see a movie or a TV show's budget posted online, what you're seeing is only the production cost, which doesn't factor in the cost of marketing, distribution, theater cuts of ticket sales, and merchandising. All that costs a lot of money, okay? So typically a movie's marketing and distribution budget ranges from one half to equal the production budget, depending on the actual movie. The higher the production budget, the higher the budget for marketing and distribution is going to be in order to ensure a large enough return on the investment. For example, the production for Halloween 2018's sequel reboot by David Gordon Green was between $10 and $15 million, with some estimates putting it at about $20 million. I'm fairly certain it was in the $10 to $15 million range, with a likely total budget of $20 to $25 million. Now, that movie went on to earn in excess of $250 million at the global box office. That's a huge return on investment. That pretty much guarantees that it's going to have sequels. In fact, those are in production right now. So, let's go ahead and get to thenumbers.com, because the production budget is estimated at $275 million. Yeah, that's right. $275 million. Now, Disney really needs this to be a hit, so figure that the marketing and distribution and merchandise is probably somewhere between $275 million and $300 million. Now, at the low end, The Rise of Skywalker, or The Rise of Palpatine as I call it, had a total budget of $550 million. It might be as high as $600 million or more, depending on that marketing budget, because Hollywood is notoriously stingy when it comes to revealing what they pay for marketing and distribution. But the general rule of thumb is, if you ask for, let's say you've got a movie and you're estimating that it's going to cost $20 million, and you ask for $40 million because you want to get that movie out to theaters and get people to actually go watch it. So, and like I said, the higher the production budget, the higher the marketing and distribution, because you need people to get out and see that thing. So like I said, at the low end, $550 million total budget. High end, $600 million. So, in order for The Rise of Palpatine to break even, it has to clear, give or take, about $1.2 billion globally at the box office. To be considered a success, it probably needs to reach $2 billion. Now, that is not likely to happen given the expected second weekend drop of 59% or more. So, at best, The Rise of Palpatine will be a perceived flop for Disney. Much like Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, it may break even, it may turn a modest profit, but not enough to justify calling it a success. So basically, in my opinion, Star Wars is dead on the big screen for at least a decade, unless Bob Iger is really that stupid that he'll happily throw good money after bad. Or he wises up and puts Jon Favreau in charge and removes Kathleen Kennedy. But I want you to take a look at this. Production budget, $275 million. All right, now let's go to Box Office Mojo. As of today, the worldwide global box office is $724,796,816. Yeah, $724,796,816, or $724.8 million rounded up. Now, considering the budget that I just calculated, that's not very good so far. We're talking a net profit so far that is not even $200 million. That's insane. You compare Joker, which had a production budget of about $60 million, and a likely marketing and distribution budget of about $50 to $60 million. Worldwide at the box office, cleared over $1 billion. Again, great return on investment. The Rise of Palpatine, yeah, not looking so good. At best, it's made back its total budget and broken even, but the net profit, yeah, I don't think it's going to do all that well, to be perfectly honest. This is the second weekend. It's had a rather sizable drop, according to Scott Mendelson over at Forbes, which I'll link to in the description below. But yeah, this does not look good. Like I said, in order for this thing to reach profitability, to make its money back, it needs to clear $1 billion. And I don't think it's going to do that. I mean, maybe it will with an extended run, but at this point, no one's really watching it. Not compared to The Force Awakens, which, again, I suspect had more to do with people waiting so long for a Star Wars movie and doing advanced ticket sales. But once the movie made its money, that was pretty much it. But merchandise based on the new trilogy, not selling. The Last Jedi alienated the audience. Basically said F you to anyone who liked The Force Awakens, F you to anyone who liked the original Star Wars trilogy, and then The Rise of Palpatine says F you to anyone who liked The Last Jedi and anyone who liked the original trilogy. So yeah, this is what Star Wars has come to, people. So what do you think? Do you think I'm full of it? Do you think I'm onto something? I want to hear from you. If you like what you've heard and you want to hear more, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon and select all to receive notifications whenever we upload new content. Like this video, share it. If you want to help support the channel, keep the lights on, and help us bring you more content, head over to our Patreon or Subscribe Star page. We can't do this without you. Until next time, this is Michael Wilk for The Wilk Report saying take care, good night, I'm out.